the Piston Fanatic. I'm your host, Dave Dalton, and I'm excited to share my passion and perspective of our Detroit Pistons as we go on this fantastic voyage together. I've been a diehard Piston fan since the days of Dave Bing and Bob Lanier. I've also been the varsity basketball coach of a very successful program in northern Michigan. Well, I think I only need 10 more people to subscribe, and I'll have 2,000. So please, some of you subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you. But we lost again, 0-4. This one hurt, man. 106 to 98 to the Miami Heat. You know, Miami's not as good as, I don't think as good as the Pacers maybe. Maybe they are as good as the Pacers, but they're not as good as Cleveland. It's really good, and Boston is maybe the best team in the league. So after those games, you know, to fall flat against Miami. But again, we're playing Miami at home, and they're a good team. They got some good players, but I think, you know, the story still remains is the fourth quarter. And you don't like to use the word choke, but when it fits, sometimes I guess you have to use it, because we've been outscored by 28 points in the fourth quarter in 4 games. So we're getting outscored by an average of 7 points a game in the fourth quarter. We were within 3 points with 7 minutes left. I mean, that's it. You know, you just play, you just outscore them by 4 points. The rest of the way, you win. But it's just been a consistent problem. We start out the fourth quarter. It's like everybody knows. I don't know what goes in their head if they think, oh no, here we go again. And you know, the first 3 or 4 minutes, we hardly scored in the fourth quarter. Bigger problem tonight is we didn't share the ball, and you know, we had 14 assists, and you know, so it's just not enough. We had 6 in the second half, 6 assists in the second half, and we made 35 baskets, but only 14 assists. So that is, you know, that's not winning basketball. So we just have to find a way to share the ball more. The other thing is, I just got to say this, you know, they're trying, and I think JB's doing a decent job, but we guys got to step up. I mean, guys, you know, we got Beasley, who was on fire the game before. I was upset because he didn't get to play more. And so now I think he did the right thing. He 1 for 12, Beasley. Tuck was on fire last game also, and he didn't get to play. He played more minutes last game than he did tonight. He played like 18 last game, and he was on fire. And tonight he was 2 for 9 and 1 for 5 on threes. And so, and who knows, Harris has been one of the most consistent players in the NBA over the last 10 years or so. He has been just rock solid year after year, you know, 17 points, just year after year, shooting high percentages. And he just, I don't know, is in his own head. You wouldn't think that a veteran, as many years as he's played, that he would be in his own head. But now he's going back to Philly. We'll see what happens Wednesday when he's playing against those guys that didn't want him anymore. The fans and the team, or the ownership, actually didn't want him anymore. So, but it's just really hard that we struggled. So here, and so Cade was 6 for 6 in the first half. I question why he only got 6 shots when you're that hot, but he was 6 for 6. But you know, then in the second half, he's, you know, 3 for 12 in the second half, and so that's, you know, that's just tough. You know, 6 for 6 is hot, but I still don't know why he only got 6 shots in the first half. I don't, you know. We held Miami Heat to 13 points in the third quarter, and we lose, you know, and so it's just really hard to swallow that we just, you know, and Spoelstra is one of the best coaches in the league. So in the second half, they blitzed Cade, they played some zone, and he had to get rid of the ball and find the people. We had to come up with a better way to share the ball. He had to find a better way to share the ball. We had to, you know, exploit their traps and take advantage of that. And so that's easier said than done, but that is a problem. Cade was interviewed after the game. He says he knows we're going to get it going, and he knows it's on himself. He says, I have to be better. I can't turn the ball over that many times. He turned it over 5 times tonight, which is lower than his, you know. You know, last year, the last 3 quarters of the season, he averaged like 3 turnovers a game. And not 3.2 or something, but it was just like about 3.3 turnovers a game. And now, you know, he's had 9, 7, and 5 in the last 3 games. And that's not, you can't, it's hard to win when your lead guard's doing that. But yeah, we have problems all over the place. You know, first quarter, we're 36 to 28, and then or 30 to 28 minutes, 23 to 36. In the second quarter, we get outscored. We seem to get killed in the second quarter. And then the third quarter, 26 to 14, we outscored them. That we seem to do better in that quarter. And then the fourth, 28 to 19, we get outscored. So, and that's been just a consistent problem. And I will say, either Cade, I'm not great at looking up stuff, but I'm sure one of you guys know, if you leave a message in the comments about if you know what Cade shoots in this percentage in the fourth quarter. This year and even last year, it's not as good as it is in the first three quarters. So, going through box score again, Hardaway was hot, and so he had that phenomenal third quarter. And I play him when he's hot, except I have a little bit of caveat to that. I'm going to explain in a minute. He 34 minutes, 5 for 10, great. 3 for 6 on threes, and 7 for 7 on free throws. So that's huge to score. He scored 20 points on 10 shots. That is fantastic. But if Hardaway's not hitting his shots, because here's more proof. He plays 34 minutes. Guess how many rebounds he had? 0. 34 minutes. Guess how many assists he had? 1. And he had 0 steals, 0 blocks. So, it's just, he doesn't give you a lot, and he's not that mobile on defense, and he doesn't, he's not that athletic, and he's old. But Tobias, 37 minutes, 4 for 11. I mean, his shooting percentage is just horrendous. 0 for 3 on threes. A big thing was we were supposed to get this 3-point shooting, and and he's not brought it. And 1 for 1 on free throws, but he had 10 rebounds, so that's an effort thing, and 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. So he's doing some other things, but it's a head thing with him. I'm convinced that it's in his head. He's got a good shot, and he's been consistent for a lot of years. And so whatever's happened now, I don't know. He starts pressing. He's trying to maybe blend in. Maybe he didn't get consistent shots, and then now I think he's really pressing. So Duran, good game, 29 minutes, and he was 5 for 6, 11 rebounds in 29 minutes. That's really good. 2 assists, 3 blocks. So he's still doing it. He's, the effort's there. Whether you can say he plays perfect defense, he doesn't, but he still had 3 blocks. But I love it that he only had 2 assists, but 0 turnovers. So that is good for him. 10 points. He's been playing pretty solid. Ivy, so this is a mystery, why he finally got some threes at the end, but he wasn't getting many shots. But he's 32 minutes, 6 for 16. But he's 5 for 9 on threes. So that means he was 1 for 7 on twos. So that's not good. And he usually gets to the line a lot. And he was 1 for 2 from the line. But he had 4 rebounds and only 1 assist. I would love to know what his usage rate was tonight. How much he actually touched the ball. I don't know. I'm just curious. Cade, 35 minutes. Like I said, he was 9 for 18 and scored 24 points. That's a great game. And then you realize that he had 6 points, 6 for 6 in the first half and made threes. And then in the second half, he's, like I said, he was 3 for 12. So that's not going to get it done. But 4 for 7 on threes he was, 2 for 3 on free throws. He missed another technical tonight. He did that at the end of last year. Everybody on our team missed technical foul shots. We shot like 40% on technicals, I swear, last year. But 8 rebounds, which is great. 6 assists, which almost half of our assists he got, but still he turned it over 5 times, which he acknowledged that it's way too many. He had 2 steals and a block, so good effort plays. So that's he knows he's got to be better. And again, Beasley, 19 minutes and 1 for 12 and 1 for 7 on threes. And again, we got those guys to shoot, and him and Tobias, tonight Hardaway was on, and so they needed to be consistent, and our veterans aren't consistent. Young players usually aren't consistent. That's just the thing, and Stu, so here, this is a crazy stat line. 19 minutes he only played. He played 19 minutes, and he had 15 rebounds. He had 11 in the first half, I think. So he really went to the boards. He had 7 offensive rebounds, which is insane. But he's 0 for 3. How do you get 7 offensive rebounds? He can't elevate. He can't score underneath the basket because guys are bigger than he is, and he just can't jump. Because how do you, if you get 7 offensive rebounds, you should be scoring, getting some putbacks. So, but he keeps trying hard. But the other thing, is he had 3 turnovers. Played 19 minutes. He had 3 turnovers, 2 assists, and so he has problems turning the ball over. He did last year. You look at his turnover rate last year was terrible. When he puts the ball on the floor, he loses it. He gets those offensive fouls or illegal picks, and those are hurtful when you just foul that much. So, we just need him to be better. But it is impressive to get 15 rebounds. So playing 19 minutes. So Fontecchio, I just was so confident in him this year, and he was great last game. And he needs to be great. He shot like 42% on threes in 16 games only, but still, he shot good when he played for Utah on threes. So tonight he just couldn't make them. He was 1 for 5 on threes, 22 minutes, 2 for 9, 1 for 5 on threes. So he's pressing 1 for 2 on free throws, 4 rebounds, 0 assists, and 6 points. So Holland's been getting his minutes cut. He's actually shot better. He was 2 for 4 last game and only played 6 minutes, or 2 for 3. And then tonight he was 3 for 6 and played 14 minutes. But here's the thing about him: 4 fouls. He's aggressive. That's why we love him, because he's aggressive. He's not afraid of anybody. He goes after it hard. But you can't just foul that much. You can't send guys to the line that much. And he likes getting after guys and getting in their head. But you just can't foul 4 times in 14 minutes, and that's not good defense. And so he had 6 points, but we shot 38% and they shot 43%. We actually outshot them on threes. We shot 37%. They shot 32. They made 1 more 3 than us, but usually we get beat by the 3-point line. We out rebounded them 54 to 44. It was bigger than that at halftime. We really had a rebounding advantage in the first half, but 14 assists to 24 assists. 16 turnovers to 9 turnovers. Now, I still say, if we can keep it under 15 turnovers, we have a really good chance of winning, but we just don't do that. So it's going to be interesting. Wednesday night, we play the 76ers, and there's some speculation that Paul George and Embiid might play. So I think they've been ramping up, but they haven't been playing all year, so they might not. So we'll just see. Maybe they'll think they'll hold about 1 more game because they're playing the 0-4 Pistons. So one of my concerns, I'm going to tell you this, is we play these good teams, we play hard, we play them close, and then there's no guarantee when we play these teams that we know we should beat. When you're all of a sudden, when you're 0-4, we got to win a game. It's hard on guys. Guys, they're human and they feel the pressure. And like I said, I hate using the word choke, but they just are putting pressure on themselves, and you got to know they're thinking about the fourth quarter being the problem, because it's happening every game. So anyway, we'll see you on here again Wednesday after the game, but thank you for listening. I appreciate all of you, and be the reason that somebody feels loved. Go Pistons.